Hello and welcome to Math Meets Tech. I'm Andrew Capretto. Today, in our series of teaching with iPads, I'm going to show you my favorite app, Notability. I'm going to get you started on how to get it and how some of the basic tools work, and then in some other videos, I'll show you all the details, all the best things you can do with it. Stay tuned. This is the best app I have on my iPad. This is the Notability app in the App Store. I promise I get paid nothing by Notability. I don't work for Notability. It's just the best thing out there. So you download Notability. I can't remember. There is a cost for it, but it's a one-time cost, and then you can own Notability. There is some additional features that you can get with a subscription, but I've never needed those. So download Notability, open it up, and yours won't look as busy as mine. Look, they're actually showing me a new feature right now, convert to ink. So if you scan a picture there, take a picture of stuff, it'll actually start converting the image to individual pieces that you can erase, move around. Awesome. This other one is another feature that they introduced recently. I'm going to do a whole video on this tape. It's awesome. So good. Okay, so I have tons of folders and documents and all kinds of stuff all in here, but you will probably have a pretty open space. So I'm just going to dive us right into what does a note look like. Down in the bottom right-hand corner is the Create New Note button. Tap that. Here we go. We have a note. And the tools up at the top are definitely the most important things to focus on. The tool that is highlighted in blue here is my pen tool. And if I tap on that, I have all kinds of options. I can change colors. I can make a dotted line. I can make it where it changes its thickness as I press harder. I can change the width of it to be consistently really big. There's even a pencil tool, which kind of allows for shading and such. I'm going to go back to the pen. My handwriting is probably average on paper, and it's also average on Notability. So if I wanted to write, hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Pretty good. I'm going to jump to a tool later down the road, which is the lasso tool. If you were to grab this, you can now move it around. If you're like, oh, I wanted that to actually fit in this little space, I could shrink it down and, shrink it down and then move it into the space I want it to go in. And keep like shrinking, So that's really great. So you can later say, okay, I want, maybe I'll need that a little bit bigger there. Great. All right. Also, you'll see in this option menu up at the top when I've selected it, I can convert, and I can convert this to text. It'll give me a preview of what it is going to be, and then I can say convert selection, and boom, now it's text, which brings us to the text tool. So we can go ahead and add text like you would anywhere else. Add punctuation, so I can say, add an exclamation here, so great. So we can type all kinds of things here. I don't use a lot of typing here. I am using it mostly for handwritten notes. We do have a highlighter though. Highlighter is great. All kinds of different colors that we can highlight in. You can change the thickness of the highlighter, like such. We have an eraser tool. The eraser has two different options. One is whole and one is partial. Partial would feel more like what you would think of as a natural eraser. So if I start erasing over here, I'm erasing slowly by slowly this yellow. If I go to the whole, it's going to erase basically an entire stroke of my pen. So I did all of this pink with one pen stroke. So if I swipe through it, all gone. And that can be really nice too, especially if you're trying to get rid of whole amounts of content there. Some other cool features that you have built in are the shape recognition tools. So if I draw a square, if I hold it in for a second, boom, turned it into a perfect square or a perfect rectangle for me. Circle, same thing. Triangle. And then even those points are editable, so I can change the type of triangle that I was looking for. So all of that is great. I've got this connected to a Logitech crayon. Same thing with an Apple Pencil, works very well. So I can continue to scroll down for more room as I need it. If you get a lot of pages up here in the top right-hand corner, you can see all of the pages that you're working on, and you can quickly jump to one page or the next. Also, I don't use this as much, but there is a laser pointer, and it just gives you the ability to point out something that you're doing. This would be great if you are casting this to your classroom. You could be like, look right here. You're not like circling and messing it all up. You're just kind of drawing people's attention to that. The hand tool here is just if you want to be able to scroll, but I don't ever use that because you can usually either, if you're not using the Logitech Grand or an Apple Pencil, you can two-finger scroll. And if you have a pencil or pen connected, you can one-finger scroll because it's only going to be looking for my pen to be doing any of the drawing that I want. So there I draw, there I can scroll with one finger. Now you can't see my finger. Okay, so those are some of the basic tools with Notability. Check in again with us next time and I'll show you some more features.